Have you ever tried to rise from your chair only to feel your legs betray you? Have you watched someone you love grow weaker with every passing month? If so, you're not alone. And what you learn in this video could not only change your life, but possibly extend it. Today, we're talking about a silent epidemic affecting millions over 60, muscle loss. It's gradual, it's devastating, and worst of all, it's often ignored. But here's the shocking truth. There's one specific food, yes, one food that may reverse this muscle loss even after the age of 70. Not a medication, not a workout, a food. As a doctor who's worked with seniors for over 30 years, I can tell you that muscle decline is not just about strength. It affects your independence, your confidence, and your will to engage with the world. Each step becomes harder, daily tasks feel heavier, and before long, a once active life shrinks into isolation. But here's the good news. It's never too late to fight back. And you don't need expensive supplements or gym memberships to start. In fact, the answer may already be in your kitchen. In this video, I'll reveal the powerful food that scientists and nutritionists are finally recognizing as a game changer for aging muscles, along with simple, practical tips to help you regain energy and move freely again. Part 1. Understanding the enemy, sarcopenia. Let's begin by identifying the silent threat that creeps in with age. Sarcopenia, the medical term for the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength that naturally occurs as we grow older. This isn't just a cosmetic issue or a minor inconvenience. It is a life-altering condition that can impact everything from how easily we get out of a chair to how safely we walk across the room. According to numerous studies, starting as early as our 30s and accelerating after the age of 60, our bodies begin to lose muscle mass at a steady rate, up to 1% every year. By the time we reach our 70s or 80s, it's not uncommon for individuals to have lost more than 1/3 of their total muscle mass. This loss isn't always noticeable at first. We might just feel a bit weaker than we used to. Tasks take a little longer. We stop taking the stairs or carrying groceries. Gross. But over time, this invisible decline adds up, and it can suddenly reveal itself in devastating ways. A fall, a fracture, a struggle to recover from surgery, or the inability to live independently. Let me tell you about Harold, a patient who left a lasting impression on me. Harold was 78 when I first met him. A proud grandfather with a sharp wit and a gentle smile. He lived with his wife of 50 years in a quiet neighborhood, and he loved tending to his garden every morning. By all accounts, Harold was doing well. He was mentally alert, emotionally connected to his family, and had no major medical issues. Then one winter evening, everything changed. Harold stepped outside to check on a bird feeder and slipped on a thin sheet of ice that had formed on his porch. He fell awkwardly, breaking his hip. The injury itself was serious, but what surprised his family most was how frail Harold had become. His body, once sturdy and reliable, seemed unable to support even this relatively minor trauma. The truth was painful. Harold's muscles had been wasting away, silently, slowly, for years. But because he wasn't in pain, because he could still get around, albeit more slowly, no one had recognized the signs. His surgery went well, but recovery was another story. At first, even sitting upright in a chair exhausted him. He had trouble lifting his legs. Climbing stairs was out of the question. His confidence plummeted, and he feared he'd never return to his old life. But with a tailored physical therapy plan, high-protein nutrition, and an incredibly supportive family, Harold began to rebuild. Week by week, his strength improved. And although he never quite returned to his pre-accident self, he regained enough independence to garden again, to walk without assistance, and most importantly, to live without fear. Harold's story is all too common. Sarcopenia is insidious because it doesn't hurt like arthritis or show up on a blood test like high cholesterol. It's the reason many elderly individuals suddenly look smaller, move slower, or start avoiding certain activities. It's not simply aging, it's a physiological change that can be slowed and in many cases partially reversed with the right strategies. This condition affects more than just our muscles. It impacts balance, posture, metabolism, and even our immune system. Muscle mass isn't just for strength, it plays a critical role in our ability to process nutrients, recover from illness, and maintain healthy blood sugar levels. When muscle disappears, it's not just physical strength we lose, it's resilience. And yet, despite its prevalence, sarcopenia is often overlooked in both medical checkups and everyday conversations. Many older adults don't realize that their fatigue, decreased stamina, or sudden weight loss may be tied to shrinking muscle mass. But here's the good news. Sarcopenia is not inevitable. It is not a sentence, it's a signal that the body is calling for attention, nourishment, and movement. With proper diet, particularly adequate protein intake, resistance training, and lifestyle adjustments, we can not only slow down muscle loss, but in many cases, rebuild what has been lost. Harold's journey reminds us that it's never too late to take control. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, the body is remarkably adaptive when we give it what it needs. Part 2. Why food matters more than ever after 60. Many people believe that losing muscle is just a natural part of aging, something you simply have to accept, like grey hair or wrinkles. But here's the truth. While muscle loss does happen more easily as we age, it's far from inevitable. In fact, science now shows that with the right habits, especially when it comes to nutrition, you can not only preserve but actually build muscle well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Think of your muscles like a retirement savings account. If you stop depositing money into your account in your 30s or 40s, you'd likely be in trouble by the time you hit retirement. Similarly, if you stop giving your muscles what they need, nutrients, protein, and a reason to stay strong, they'll slowly fade away. But when you consistently deposit the right fuel, your muscles respond. Instead of cash, these deposits come in the form of amino acids, protein, minerals, and time dedicated to movement and care. What many people don't realize is that aging muscles don't process nutrients the same way younger ones do. This is due to something called anabolic resistance, which means your muscles are less sensitive to the signals that tell them to grow or repair. As a result, your body needs more of certain nutrients, not less, to stay strong. This is where the right food becomes your greatest ally. One of the most powerful tools in this nutritional arsenal is protein, and not just any protein, whey protein. Derived from milk during the cheese-making process, whey protein is rich in essential amino acids, particularly leucine, which plays a key role in triggering muscle protein synthesis. Unlike some other protein sources, whey is quickly absorbed and used by the body, making it especially effective for older adults who struggle with muscle maintenance. But it's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it. Research shows that distributing protein evenly throughout the day, rather than consuming most of it at dinner, helps aging muscles better absorb and utilize it. This means aiming for about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal, not just dinner. Breakfast is often the most neglected meal when it comes to protein, yet it's a crucial opportunity to support muscle health and kickstart your metabolism. Another vital point, as we age, our appetites tend to decline. Many seniors unintentionally eat less than their bodies require, leading to a slow but steady loss of strength, balance, and independence. This can create a dangerous cycle. Less appetite leads to less food intake, which leads to more muscle loss, which leads to less movement, which further reduces appetite. Breaking that cycle starts with awareness and action. Begin by including a protein-rich food with every meal. Eggs, Greek yogurt, lentils, tofu, lean meats, fish, and whey protein shakes are all excellent choices. And if chewing becomes difficult or you're not feeling up to a full meal, smoothies with added whey protein can be a gentle yet powerful alternative. But protein isn't the only player on the field. Minerals like magnesium and potassium, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids also support muscle function, reduce inflammation, and promote recovery. Without these, your body may struggle to respond even if you're getting enough protein. Let's also talk about hydration. Dehydration is common in older adults and can contribute to fatigue, muscle cramps, and confusion. Muscles are made up of nearly 75% water, so keeping hydrated helps maintain elasticity and strength. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water per day, and remember that soups, herbal teas, and water-rich fruits like watermelon also count. Food is not just about fuel at this stage in life. It's information. It sends powerful messages to your cells, your muscles, your brain. Every bite you take is either moving you closer to vitality or further from it. And the good news? it's never too late to make a difference. Even if you've spent years with inconsistent eating habits, your body still has the remarkable ability to adapt and improve. Starting today, right now, you can begin rebuilding the strength you thought you had lost forever. And with that strength comes confidence, energy, and the freedom to live your golden years with dignity, independence, and joy. So the next time you sit down for a meal, don't just think about calories. Think about muscle communication. Think about the healing, strengthening conversation happening between your food and your body. That simple meal could be the very thing that keeps you standing tall and living well. Not just longer, but better. Part 3. The top food for muscle rebuilding, whey protein. Whey protein isn't just a supplement for bodybuilders or gym enthusiasts flexing in front of mirrors. It's actually one of the most powerful tools for any older adult who wants to stay active, independent, and out of a wheelchair. In fact, it could be the single most important dietary addition if you're trying to rebuild lost muscle or prevent further decline. Let me put it simply. Without sufficient protein, especially as we age, our muscles shrink and our quality of life shrinks with them. But here's the good news. Whey protein has been clinically proven to reverse some of that loss. In multiple studies, older adults who consumed whey protein, especially those high in leucine, an amino acid critical for muscle growth, were able to regain lost muscle mass in as little as 6 weeks. That's not marketing hype. That's science. I've seen this firsthand in my years working in rehabilitation centres and elder care facilities. I remember a gentleman in his late 70s who came to us after weeks in a hospital bed. He could barely stand. His confidence was shattered. But with a structured routine that included strength training and a daily whey protein shake rich in leucine, he made an extraordinary comeback. Within 2 months, he was walking the hallways again, smiling, chatting, even challenging staff to games of ping pong. I've seen similar stories repeated time and time again. Muscle loss is not a life sentence. It can be fought and even reversed when you give your body the right tools. So, what makes whey protein so special? It's a complete protein, which means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. But more than that, it's rapidly absorbed, far more efficiently than most other protein sources. That's especially helpful for older adults whose bodies don't process protein as effectively as they used to. Even more importantly, whey is rich in leucine, the amino acid that actually triggers muscle protein synthesis, which is the fancy term for muscle rebuilding. Think of leucine as the ignition switch that tells your body, let's build muscle. Without it, all the protein in the world won't help. Here's how to start incorporating whey protein into your daily routine. Mix it into smoothies. One of the easiest ways to get your daily dose is by adding a scoop of whey to a morning smoothie. Blend it with antioxidant-rich berries like blueberries or strawberries, a banana, and some almond milk. You'll get protein, fiber, antioxidants, and delicious flavor all in one glass. Stir it into your oatmeal. After cooking your oats, mix in a scoop of unflavored or vanilla whey protein. It'll make your oatmeal creamy, rich in protein, and much more satisfying. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon or some chopped nuts for added taste and health benefits. Bake with it. You can add whey protein to homemade muffins, pancakes, or protein balls. It's a great way to turn your treats into muscle-building snacks without sacrificing flavor. Just shake it up. On days when you're in a hurry, a simple shake with whey protein and water or milk can do the trick. Choose a flavor you like and keep it simple. But here's a crucial warning. Not all whey proteins are created equal. Some are packed with added sugar, artificial sweeteners, or unnecessary additives. These can do more harm than good, especially if you have blood sugar concerns or are trying to keep your diet clean. So, look for a high-quality whey isolate or concentrate with minimal ingredients. Ideally, it should have no more than 2 grams of sugar per serving, at least 20 grams of protein per scoop, high leucine content around 2.5 grams per serving. No artificial sweeteners or flavors. Brands that are tested for purity are a bonus, especially if you're taking medications or managing chronic conditions. Also, timing matters. Consuming whey protein within 30 to 60 minutes after light resistance exercise can maximize its benefits. Even gentle strength training with resistance bands or bodyweight exercises can stimulate muscle growth when paired with proper protein intake. To wrap it up, whey protein is not just for athletes. It's for anyone who wants to stay strong, mobile, and independent. Aging doesn't mean giving up on your body. It means taking care of it with greater intention. If you're over 60 and not currently using whey protein, talk to your doctor or dietitian. With their guidance and the right product, it could be the missing piece in your journey back to strength and vitality. You don't need to lift heavy weights. You don't need to join a gym, but you do need to give your muscles the nourishment they deserve. And whey protein might just be your strongest ally in that fight. Part 4, the supporting cast. 9 other power foods. Building a strong and resilient body after 60 isn't just about one superfood. It's about building a balanced, nourishing plate day after day. While there are standout heroes like protein shakes or lean chicken, we must not overlook the supporting cast. The quiet but powerful group of foods that work behind the scenes to support your strength, energy, and health. Here are 9 power-packed foods that deserve a regular spot on your plate, especially as you age. 1. Greek yogurt. Nighttime muscle support. Greek yogurt isn't just a snack, it's a powerhouse of slow-digesting casein protein, which continues feeding your muscles while you sleep. As we age, our body's ability to build and maintain muscle declines, especially overnight when we fast. A small bowl of Greek yogurt in the evening can help support muscle repair and maintenance during this vital time. Choose plain, low-sugar varieties and feel free to add berries or a sprinkle of flaxseed. 2. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, inflammation fighter. Fatty fish are among nature's richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which help lower chronic inflammation, a common enemy of aging muscles and joints. But there's more. Omega-3s also make your muscles more sensitive to protein, which means your body can better use the nutrients you give it. Just 2 servings per week of fatty fish can make a noticeable difference in your mobility and muscle tone. 3. Eggs, especially whole eggs. Don't skip the yolk. Many seniors have long avoided egg yolks out of fear of cholesterol, but research has shifted. Whole eggs, not just the whites, are incredibly rich in leucine, a crucial amino acid for triggering muscle growth. They also deliver vitamin D, which supports bone strength and muscle function. The yolk contains most of the nutrients, so unless advised otherwise by your doctor, keep them intact for full benefits. 4. Nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, mineral-rich morsels. These small foods pack a mighty punch. Nuts and seeds provide magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals that often decline with age, but are vital for muscle contraction, recovery, and hormone regulation. They also deliver healthy fats that help reduce inflammation, support heart health, and keep your energy steady throughout the day. Just a small handful a day goes a long way. 5. Beans and legumes, lentils, chickpeas, black beans, fiber plus protein combo. Beans are often underestimated, but they're one of the most affordable and nutrient-dense foods available. They offer a perfect trio: fiber, protein, and resistant starch. Resistant starch feeds the good bacteria in your gut, which supports digestion, immune health, and even your brain. The protein helps maintain muscle mass, while the iron in legumes supports oxygen flow in the blood, essential for energy and endurance. 6. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, circulation boosters. These dark green vegetables are more than just sides. They're loaded with natural nitrates that improve blood circulation and muscle oxygenation. They also contain magnesium, which plays a critical role in muscle contraction and relaxation. Better circulation means better nutrient delivery to your muscles and faster recovery after physical activity, even something as simple as walking or gardening. 7. Olive oil, muscle protecting elixir. Extra virgin olive oil is a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, and for good reason. It contains oleocanthal, a natural compound that has anti-inflammatory properties similar to ibuprofen, but without the side effects. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the hidden culprits behind muscle wasting and joint stiffness, especially in older adults. Swapping butter for olive oil in cooking or salad dressings can help preserve lean muscle and joint health over time. 8. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, muscle cell defenders. Colourful berries are loaded with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, the same stress that damages muscle cells over time. They also support better blood sugar balance and may even enhance muscle recovery after physical activity. Including a cup of berries daily, whether fresh, frozen, or in smoothies, is one sweet way to defend your muscles naturally. 9. Lean beef, the classic muscle builder. A traditional favourite, lean cuts of beef are rich in iron, vitamin B12, and creatine, all essential nutrients for maintaining energy, red blood cell production, and muscle power. Unlike processed meats, fresh lean beef is a clean source of high-quality protein that's especially beneficial if you're trying to recover from illness, injury, or simply want to stay active and independent. A strong body in your golden years isn't built overnight, but with these 9 supportive foods working together, your plate can become a daily tool for maintaining strength, vitality, and independence. Rotate them throughout your week, pair them with physical activity, and feel your energy come back to life. Because food isn't just fuel, it's your ally in healthy aging. Part 5. Emotional stories that show the transformation. Let me tell you about Maria. She's 72, a soft-spoken widow who spent most of her days sitting quietly in the corner of her living room, surrounded by faded photos and half-read books. The TV was always on, but she wasn't really watching. She told me once, "I feel like I disappeared when my husband died." She felt invisible, even in her own home. Her body had weakened so much over the years that walking to the mailbox became an ordeal. She feared falling. She feared being found on the ground by a neighbour she barely knew. Every movement felt like a negotiation between pain and willpower. When we first spoke, Maria didn't expect much. "I'm too old to start over," she said with a sad smile. But we didn't talk about starting over. We talked about starting small. I asked her to add a serving of Greek yogurt before bed, protein to fuel her body as she slept. Then we added beans to her soup, gentle, plant-based protein. A scoop of whey protein after her little gardening sessions. It didn't seem like much at first, but something changed. Little by little, Maria began to feel herself again. Her hands were steadier while pruning her roses, her steps more confident as she moved through the house. The day she told me she walked around the block alone, I could hear the pride in her voice. 6 months later, Maria sent me a photo that still makes me smile. She was wearing a soft blue dress and a corsage on her wrist, smiling wide as she twirled her youngest granddaughter on the dance floor. "I danced, doctor," she wrote. "Not like I used to, but I danced." Then there's James, a 68-year-old veteran, grizzled, skeptical, and as he put it, not one for kale smoothies. When we met, he was tired, not just physically, emotionally. As his joints ached, his shoulders slumped. He missed the strength he had in his military days, but he didn't believe there was any way to get it back. "I've lived hard," he said. "I'm not expecting miracles." But I wasn't offering miracles. I was offering a chance to reclaim something. We started simple. Grilled salmon twice a week, a side of sautéed spinach or kale, a handful of walnuts. Slowly he began to feel the shift. One morning, after walking his dog farther than usual, he said he didn't feel winded. His muscles didn't ache the same way. His posture changed. About 4 months in, he walked into my office grinning and said, "Doc, I haven't felt this strong since my 40s. He wasn't just stronger in body, he was brighter in spirit. He started volunteering at a local community centre, helping younger veterans with job training and mentoring. His life began expanding again. And James wasn't alone. There was Eleanor, 75, who had stopped painting because arthritis had stolen the steadiness of her hands. After adding anti-inflammatory foods and omega-3 rich meals to her diet, she began to regain control. Her first painting back was a watercolour of her childhood home, and she cried when she showed it to me. There was Roger, 70, who'd lost his wife and most of his appetite. He had become frail, depressed, and disconnected. We started with warm soups, rich in lentils and herbs, and added nourishing smoothies he could drink without fuss. Food became comfort again, not just fuel, but connection. His weight stabilised, and so did his mood. Today, he runs a small cooking class at his church for other widowers. These aren't fairy tales. They're real people who dared to believe that change was possible, even late in life. These stories aren't about dramatic makeovers. They're about quiet courage, small steps, and the simple act of feeding the body to restore the spirit. Because here's the truth. When we give our bodies the right fuel, protein to rebuild, healthy fats to protect, vitamins to nourish, we begin to reclaim the parts of ourselves that time, grief, and illness tried to steal. These transformations aren't magic. They're proof that healing begins with hope, and that sometimes hope is found in something as small as a bowl of beans or a spoonful of yogurt. Proof that the body remembers what it means to be strong. And most importantly, proof that no matter your age, you are not finished. You are not invisible. You are still becoming. Part 6, the doctor's take, my professional advice. As a physician who has dedicated decades to the care of older adults, I've seen firsthand how small changes can yield remarkable transformations. Often my patients come to me discouraged, frustrated by their fatigue, weak muscles, and diminished vitality. They worry that aging means inevitable decline. I'm here to tell you, that's simply not true. The body may age, yes, but it also responds beautifully to care, attention, and the right daily habits. So here's my professional prescription, not in pill form, but in everyday choices you can make starting today. 1. Eat protein with every meal. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders, it's essential for everyone, especially seniors. Why? Because after the age of 50, we naturally begin to lose muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia. Without enough protein, the body struggles to rebuild what it loses. I always tell my patients, treat every meal as an opportunity to nourish your muscles. Start your day with eggs or Greek yogurt. Add a handful of nuts to your oatmeal. Include beans, tofu, chicken, or fish in your lunch and dinner. If chewing is an issue, smoothies with protein powder or soft cottage cheese work wonders. Think of protein as the building block your body desperately wants. Don't let a single meal go without it. 2. Make whey protein your post-walk or post-garden snack. After physical activity, whether it's a brisk walk, light resistance training, or an hour spent tending your garden, your muscles are primed for repair. This is the golden window where a scoop of whey protein can do the most good. Whey is fast-absorbing, rich in leucine, an amino acid critical for muscle repair, and easy to digest. A simple shake with water or milk, perhaps with a banana or some berries blended in, can help you replenish energy and give your muscles the fuel they need to grow stronger. It's a small act with a big impact. I've watched many patients regain strength and endurance simply by adding this one practice. 3. Embrace fat, healthy fat. One of the biggest myths still floating around is that fat makes you fat. That couldn't be further from the truth, especially when we're talking about healthy fats. Fats found in olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish like salmon are incredibly nourishing for your brain, joints, and yes, your muscles too. These fats help regulate inflammation, stabilize your mood, and even support hormone production. All of these are crucial as we age. So drizzle that olive oil over your roasted veggies, enjoy a slice of avocado toast, grill up that salmon. Your body will thank you, not just with better strength, but with improved resilience. 4. Avoid sugar-laden snacks. They rob your muscles. I know the pull of sugary snacks. They're convenient, they taste good, and they provide that quick burst of energy. But that energy is short-lived, and the consequences are long-term. High-sugar foods spike your blood glucose, increase inflammation, and encourage muscle breakdown. Instead of reaching for cookies or candy, opt for whole fruits, nuts, or a boiled egg. Replace sugary drinks with water, herbal tea, or lemon-infused water. Cutting back on sugar doesn't mean denying yourself pleasure. It means reclaiming your energy and protecting the very muscles that keep you mobile and independent. 5. Sleep matters deeply. You might be surprised to learn that the true magic of muscle building doesn't happen while you're lifting weights or walking around the block. It happens while you sleep. Deep sleep is when your body gets to work, repairing damaged muscle fibers, rebuilding tissue, and rebalancing hormones. If you're not sleeping well, your muscles simply don't recover. That's why I urge all my older patients to treat sleep like a sacred ritual. Create a wind-down routine. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Keep your bedroom cool and quiet. Try calming herbal teas or a warm bath before bed. The more restorative your sleep, the more youthful and energized your body feels. If you follow these 5 principles, eating protein regularly, adding whey after activity, embracing healthy fats, cutting sugar, and prioritizing sleep, I can almost guarantee you'll start noticing changes. Not just in the mirror or on the scale, but in how you feel when you stand up from a chair, carry groceries, or climb stairs. You'll feel stronger, yes, but more importantly, you'll feel capable again. That spark of confidence, that belief in your own strength, is one of the most powerful medicines I've ever witnessed, and it all starts with the choices you make. 3 times a day, every day. Your body is listening. Nourish it well. Muscle loss is not a life sentence. It's a wake-up call. It's your body's way of urging you to take action, not later, but now. Every meal you eat is either a step towards strength and independence or a step away from it. You hold the power to shape your future with each decision you make at the dining table. This is especially true as we age, when maintaining muscle mass becomes crucial for balance, mobility, and the freedom to live life on your terms. Your muscles are listening closely. What message will you send them today? Will you feed them with the nutrients they crave, or will you let them waste away silently? If this video helped you gain a deeper understanding of how nutrition affects aging muscles, please give it a like and subscribe to Golden Years Balance for more wisdom on aging gracefully and powerfully. We'd love to hear from you. Have you tried adding any of these muscle-saving foods to your diet? What changes have you noticed in your strength, energy, or confidence? Drop a comment below and share your story. Let's continue this journey together, supporting, inspiring, and growing stronger, one choice at a time.